President of the Republic was able to go and visit the lawfully installed, official, gazetted Ga Mantse in his palace in Kaneshie. We thank God for that development, that at long last, all the squabbles and disputes about who should succeed Niamugi have come to an end, and that we have this fine young man as the new Ga Mantse. Call on everybody in Accra, especially the chiefs of Accra, the members of parliament in Accra, municipal, metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives of the greater Accra region, opinion leaders, all the citizenry, to give him the maximum support so that his reign is successful and he helps bring peace and prosperity to greater Accra. On this same day, I have the great honor to come and launch Operation Clean Your Frontage. I was born in Accra, not far from here, in Swalaba. I grew up in Koliwoko and in Adabraka, and finally in Nima. So me, I'm an Accra boy. When we were growing up at independence, Accra was a city of 250,000 people, and our nation, Ghana, was a nation of 6 million people. Today, according to the latest census, we are 30,800,000 in Ghana, 5 times what we were at independence. And Accra is a city of some 5 million people. Those statistics alone tell you the challenge we have about utilities, services, and sanitation in our capital city. A challenge which can only be overcome not just by the logistics and the bylaws and the rules of engagement, but also by a change in our attitude and behavior. That is why I said at the beginning of my first mandate, it was my determination that by the end of my period as president, Accra would be the cleanest city in Africa. What we are doing today, the launching of Operation Clean Your Frontage, is an essential step to making that commitment about Accra being the cleanest city in Africa become real. And we have heard also of the coalition of all different sections of our community, both in the public and private sectors, about the cooperation that they are going to have to show in order for us to make Operation Clean Your Frontage a success. And a success it must be. And others to make this day possible.
Something new in my life, something new in my life, something new. Oh Lord, something new in my life. Oh, it is. I wish to welcome you all to the second day of the tour of His Excellency the President in the Greater Accra region and the launch of Operation Clean Your Frontage program of the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council. Mr. President, I recall vividly when you invited me to the Jubilee House to inform me about your decision to appoint me as a Greater Accra Regional Minister. Mr. President, now that you've let the cat out of the bag, I want to say, do me and work small. Mr. President, yesterday you said it so. But then you charged me, among other things, to make Accra work. Your charge has since then been my guiding principle, and this has been reinforced by your declaration at Manchagbona to make Accra the cleanest city in the sub-region. The prevalence of chieftaincy disputes in the various traditional councils is nothing to be proud of. Various initiatives are underway to resolve these. With the recent peaceful swearing-in of the Ga Mantse as the president of the Ga Traditional Council, we are making progress. In discipline, law, and order, and that's why we're doing some of the decongestions. The indiscriminate dumping of refuse is an eyesore, which has health implications. Our drains are full of rubbish from deliberate dumping, especially during rainfall. The rubbish is made up mainly of plastic items. All these 5 pillars are intertwined. They also have human behavior which requires attitudinal change to ensure sustainability. This also requires time for education and sensitization. We are also mindful of the fact that things should be handled delicately to promote investments, business, and trading. The next major intervention that we plan to tackle is in the area of sanitation, which we have christened, ladies and gentlemen, that Mr. President will very soon outdoor Operation Clean Your Frontage. It is said that cleanliness is next to godliness. Statistics also shows that Ghanaians are largely educated, exposed, and mainly religious. Hence, cleanliness should not pose much challenge to the majority of Ghanaians at all. Again, considering that sanitation and cleanliness is related to health, it is imperative that this is tackled with all the seriousness to resolve various health challenges. It is in this vein that the Regional Coordinating Council is being assisted by the President of the Republic of Ghana to launch the Operation Clean Your Frontage agenda. The necessary bylaws, Mr. President, have been passed by all the 29 MMDAs. And Mr. President, I must put on record that during the consultations and engagements, all the 34 parliamentary or members of parliament of the Greater Accra region, once again, sat through and looked at the clauses one by one. This is a matter of Greater Accra, Ga Adnangbe. There is no politics in this. The Regional Coordinating Council has proved them, and the bylaws have duly been gazetted. The gravamen of the bylaw is that every house owner, respectfully, Mr. President, I repeat, every house owner, occupier, trader, a business and institutions has a responsibility to ensure that the frontage of their premises are indeed, their immediate surroundings are clean. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the process of recruiting over 3,500 youth. And, Mr. President, just a few are what you see before you, who will be undergoing training to form the city response team, just like in the city guards, to help in the implementation and policing of the agenda. Indeed, all members of team have been drawn and deployed from the various MMDAs. Thus, the RCC is generating employment for the teeming youth of Ghana. These officers will be trained and properly structured under the supervisors who will be retired military officers. They will be given the required resources to deliver, and we expect them to exhibit normal military discipline in all their activities. The city response team will police every vicinity and major intersections in Accra. Distinguished invited guests, we are putting up concrete waste bins along all major roads in the city. We are piloting this along major roads in the city, starting from Ga Mantse to Novotel and KIPC to the Independence Square. All the bins will be lined, and sanitation service providers are expected to regularly dislodge the bins. Messiah's Zoom Lion is collaborating with the RCC together with other waste management companies to provide these bins. They will also provide 58, the President, you saw some of them, compactors, for which every MMDA gets at least one. The more populated and expansive ones will get more. Messiah Zoom Lion will provide over 1,000 containerized tricycles for all MMDAs. All the tricycles will be registered by DVLA, given special identification numbers, embossed with a logo of the relevant MMDA, and made to work within a particular MMDA. In addition, transfer stations are to be established in all MMDAs, which should facilitate expeditious waste collection and disposal. Assemblies that are yet to submit their locations must do so without fail by close of next week. Commercial vehicles will be expected to provide bins in their vehicles to stop passengers from throwing rubbish out of the windows. Rubbish collection in Accra is going digital. We have established, or rather we will establish call centers with 3 toll lines to receive calls, complaints from sanitation informants. Indeed, we are engaging the Attorney General to find a way to include community services in the sentencing regime to ensure that we do not congest the courts with sanitation issues. We are offering 2 months, or rather 3 months, moratorium for public education and mass sensitization after the project launch. Full operations, therefore, takes effect by the 1st of February 2022. Mr. President, we are making concerted efforts to green and to beautify Accra. The Regional Coordinating Council is partnering Messrs. Mullen Law and Jandel Parks and Gardens, Forestry Commission, and the Regional Coordinating Council for the greening and beautification of open and public spaces within the city. We are starting with the major streets and roundabouts as iconic areas in Accra. Some of these are from Ga Mantse to reach roundabouts to the back of Novotel. From Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center to Accra Sports Stadium, Independence Square, AU roundabouts, Reach roundabouts, Dankwa Circle, Akufo-Addo roundabouts, etc., etc. Finally, Mr. President, Abiasuma, Niga, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my fervent hope that at the end of the day, we would have a cleaner Accra and healthier residents, enforcement of law and order, decongested streets with better traffic flow, traders selling at designated places, and the more disciplined residents. In addition, businesses, investments, and tourism will thrive. Once again, Mr. President, let me use the opportunity to thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve the good people of Greater Accra. God bless us all.
Mana gudnya nkemene ni yoka nuchuma wulu ne nonomi akashi woke wa hiwalale bawo nuchuma ne mi nuchuma ne aye umanye wabashia ye wo kui amin wabashia ye wo akuchiche amin wabashia ye jakulemli ni wabashia ye gamam blue femi akashingmene wake wohe wale ewo nuchumone se twano manyeva.
All of you. Aiko. Fenya Boamode wa. So with those words, and with a call to the Almighty God to bless our enterprise, I have the great pleasure, the great honor in launching Operation Clean Your Frontage. May God bless us all and our homeland Ghana. Make us great.